Namaste, everybody. Bruce here from rootsoflife.org. In this video, I wanted to discuss a topic about our Reiki practice, which is the overarching and continual need, to the best of our ability, to remember to keep our practice as simple as possible. And so what do I mean by that? Well, when we go into our Reiki practice, and when we are deep in our practice of hands-on healing of others or perhaps of ourselves, we can start to go into the metaphysical, right? We can start to lose the consciousness of the mind, and we can start to become exposed to the consciousness of Reiki, as it were. And that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful space. It's a beautiful connection to all of this that's around me, to the breeze and to the light and to the plants and to the insects and the entirety of the universe. And indeed, beyond that, we can start to connect to that which is beyond our realm. So we might connect to the metaphysical, to the angels, to our ancestors, to our past lives, and so on. But we can't do any of those things if our practice is not simple. We can't do any of those things if our mind remains busy. So for instance, if we are working with Reiki from the perspective of, I am now doing this, I'm going to heal, I am going to move the energy, I am going to use chokure, I am going to use whatever symbol it is on the person or my body to create a response. It's not that those things don't have an effect, but I think the overarching problem here is the effect that they have on the mind. See, because if I start to go into the body, for instance, on myself, and I start to have a desire to get lost in maybe the surface or the deeper meaning of chokure. A lot of times people say chokure will empower Reiki energy, but how does that make any sense? How is it that I can use a symbol and make the entire energy of the universe more powerful? That doesn't make sense. Chokure is an ability for us to still the internal environment so we can hopefully get further out of the way, right? But what I'm saying here is if we're utilizing chokure in the body, as soon as we start to find the stillness that it creates, then we let go, right? As soon as you feel anything in your body, try to be still. Try to keep it simple. So I would urge you to incorporate that into your practice. The next time you're sitting and maybe working on yourself or you're working with somebody else, if you have a vision come up or a sensation, a physical sensation, a trauma, a pain, whatever it might be, if you can, try to stay quiet in the mind. It's not always easy. It's never easy for me. I'm sure it's not easy for everybody else as well. But still, that remains the goal. Stay quiet here so we can stay connected to everything. Because as soon as this becomes busy, then we become connected to this and disconnected from all of that. It's not to say that, of course, we become disconnected from these things because we're a part of all of this energy. We are flowing, hopefully, with this energy of the universe. The mind is the barrier between those. And that mind can become as easily attached to our suffering as it can to our experience of a perceived lack of connection. Maybe an angel or a belief in a crystal or a belief in sage or whatever it might be. I'm not saying those things are wrong, but I'm saying once you've established the connection to whatever it is, the angel or the deity, the mandala, the mantra, the symbol, whatever it might be that you're working with, once that is established, try to be calm and quiet. Try to let go of that belief or of that connection in the mind to transcend the mind and to arrive, hopefully, at all of this. Constantly let go, constantly keep it simple. Because at the end of the day, that's what Reiki is. It's simply turning in and sitting with the body. Keep it simple under all circumstances. And I promise you, your depth of your circumstance and your experience will continue to get deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, that might be difficult, right? Of course, it is for me. I know that if I'm faced with some sort of a physical release or an anxiety or whatever it might be, once I can flip my mind in the space of that anxiety or that pain and become still again, then I know that that little bit heals, it goes away, right? However, it creates a further depth to fall into the thing that's causing that pain. Until we get to the root, we have to keep going down, and it might become more difficult. If that's the case, go back to the symbols, go back to the angels, go back to the things that our mind knows helps connect us to our practice. And once you feel connected, go back to the stillness. Stay in that space, keep it simple, and allow the onion to unravel layer by layer. Let me know how that works on your Reiki practice, and I bet you that's going to give you another layer of depth if that's new to you. I hope you've enjoyed, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for the support here on YouTube. And if you want to see more about me and more about my Reiki offerings, my trainings, and all of the holistic wellness that I offer, you can check out rootsoflife.org. In Gashao to all, and to all, be well.